nice and tall. Elevate your seat. Just allow the hips to open up a little bit more. See if you can draw the crown of the head up towards the sky, rolling your shoulders down and back, allowing the heart space to open and expand. And rolling our eyes in and upward, gazing to the center point between the eyebrows. Allowing the two eyes to merge into the one all-seeing eye. Allowing us to see beyond the veil of illusion. Allowing us to see our truth. Allowing us to see each our own purpose. While maintaining this strong inner gaze, notice the movement of prana. Imagine the prana flowing from the base of the spine up the central channel towards the third eye and the crown. As you breathe out, feel the downward flow, the exhalation. And allow that exhale to remove any negativity, anything that's not held in love and compassion. Release it, breathe it out. Cycle a few deep breaths in and out like this. In through the nose, out through your nose or your mouth if you need to. On your next breath in, allow the arms to float overhead. Nice big sun breath here. Reach the arms out towards the side, all the way up towards the sky. Lift the ribs away from your waist here. And as you exhale, let the arms float back down. While maintaining the gaze to the inner eye, continue at your own pace here. Breathing in, allowing the arms to rise. As you exhale, feeling the arms flowing back down. Start to expand your energy field beyond your fingers. Next time as you exhale, let the arms reach back behind you, interlacing the fingers. Roll the shoulder blades together, lift the heart, lift your chin, and allow your heart space to open wide. Lift your chin to allow the energy to rise to the throat, opening the throat center. And then slowly as you exhale, release your hands. Swim the arms forward as you inhale, interlace the fingers. As you exhale, rounding the spine, pull your navel in. Press the palms towards the front. Chin drops in towards the sternum. Opening the back of the heart here. And then slowly as we inhale, lift the arms, but turn your palms now towards the crown of your head and soften your elbows as if you're creating a little halo. Fingers are interlaced here. Slowly begin to lean to the right and then lean a little forward, but keep your arms right by the side of your face. So let the arms come forward, leaning to the left and then leaning back, creating this circular movement. Rocking forward, sideways, back over the sit bones. Feeling that connection to Gaia, to Earth. And just feel this movement here. Encourage you to keep your eyes closed so that you start to feel the movement feeling gives rise to experience. And it's the experience that creates subtle changes. And see if we can reverse it, going the opposite direction, leaning and circulating the body. One more great big circle around. And then slowly coming through center, releasing the arms. Let your hands come into Jnana Mudra, index fingers to thumb, palms facing up or down. Keeping the eyes closed, rolling them in and upward towards the third eye. Coming into Prakash Pranayama, breath of light. Breathing in 7 parts through the nose. At the top of the 7th inhalation, hold the in-breath for a few seconds or as long as it's comfortable for you. And then slowly breathing out in one go through the nose. Let's begin. Each time you sip the breath in through the nose, imagine going up the spine, one energy center at a time. When you get to the top, hold that illumination, and then gently breathe out through the nose in one go, releasing all that which no longer serves you. After your next round, come back to center, breathing in normally in through the nose and out through your nose. Feel the inner illumination. Sukha Shunya breath, breathing in through the nose, then through your mouth, nose, mouth, nose, mouth, nose, mouth. Hold. Keep the gaze strongly at the third eye. Now breathing out, alternating nose, mouth 8 times. Nose, mouth, nose, mouth, nose, mouth, nose, mouth. Stay out as long as it's comfortable. And then sip in the breath again, inhaling 8 times, alternating nose, mouth. Imagine you're going up the stairs as you breathe in, suspending it. Good, and now slowly exhaling, nose, mouth, nose, mouth, nose, mouth, nose, mouth. Stay out for as long as it's comfortable. Continue at your own pace here. Couple more rounds. After this next round, come to center and feel that inner expansion. Notice the mind becoming more quiet. And slowly let your hands just move up and down your thighs here. Allowing ourselves to ground a little bit, really pressing the energy down into the thighs. And we'll come into our first therapeutic posture. You'll need your strap for this one and a bolster. So let's grab that bolster. And I'd like you to take it to the end of your mat. This is for your legs. And then grab your strap. And I'd like it to roll down onto your back here. And just make sure that your neck is comfortable. So if you find that your shoulders are tight and your chin is doing this little tilt towards the back, then please place a rolled up towel or a low block, not too high, so that the neck stays neutral. Now go ahead and grab your strap here. Just place it on your belly so it's an easy reach. I'd like to bring your right knee in towards your chest and lace your hands over the shin. Lengthen your left leg over the bolster. As you hug the knee into your chest, into your belly, really think of lengthening through the crown of the head, feeling the shoulder blades pressing into the earth as well as your sacrum. And then begin to circle that right foot outwards. You might hear some cracking. And then see if you can reverse it. Internal rotation now. Wonderful. And then slowly let the foot just come to neutral. Just let it relax. Really pull the knee as far towards your chest as you can. And then let the knee kind of move a little bit out to the side, more towards the armpit. And then bring the knee back centered. See if you can bring it slightly across the center line of your body. You just sort of sway that right knee from side to side, letting the knee fall a little bit open, and then bringing it across. So you might feel some feedback in your low back, more in the groin. It all depends where your body is tighter. Good. Now next time as the knee falls open, let the knee circle away from the body, and then bring the knee across the belly button into the chest. Pull it as high up as you can, and then circling it back out. So external rotation here with that leg here. A couple more rounds. So try to go slowly, becoming mindful of the movement. Good. Now next time the knee comes into the chest, I'd like you to reverse it. So bring the knee first across the midline. Now let it move away from you. Let it circle open and out, back up to the armpit, and then across the chest. Good. 3 more. Slowly in that third round, let that leg extend now. This is where the strap can come in handy. Mine fell off my belly. So go ahead and grab the strap, place it over the foot. Now, if your leg is over here, this is where the bolster comes in very handy. What I'd like you to do is push the bolster towards your buttock, lift yourself up, and place that bolster underneath your sacrum. And so what happens now is your leg can come more right over top of that hip. So please do that if you need to elevate your hip, just so that you're not carrying the weight of your leg when it's over here, putting a lot of stress on the shoulder. By elevating, the leg will come straight over top of your hip. So just hold onto the strap with both your hands so that the shoulders remain relaxed. Flexing the foot. All it means is foot is in a neutral position, as if you're standing on that right foot. Try to straighten the leg out, so you should feel it right in the back of your knee. Maybe you're feeling it more in the belly of the hamstring. Maybe you're feeling it a lot in your ankle and your calf. It just depends where you're the tightest. That's where you'll feel the feedback first. But that doesn't mean that you're not getting a stretch in the other parts of your muscle. You will, but whatever is the tightest will overrule everything else. So let's stay here for a little bit. Breathing deeply. Visualizing the breath rising up the central channel. And then back down as we exhale. As we flush the meridians of the kidneys, according to Eastern medicine, the kidneys are an expression of joy. Experiencing the sweetness of life. As we find ourselves in lockdown after lockdown, as we're overwhelmed with visual images of despair on the TV, it can rob us away from experiencing joy. So let yourself reclaim your joy. Know that everything is always a fluctuation happening in time. This too shall pass. But the greatest gift of these times is that we realize that joy, intrinsic joy, cannot be purchased. It cannot be found in the outer world. It is only found within, tuning inwards, going inwards. Few more breaths here. If your leg starts to shake, that is okay. Allowing that joy to flow into your body. Now slowly on your next exhalation, I'd like you to release your right hand out to the side, palm facing down. Make sure it's below your shoulder. Now take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, very gently bring that right leg across. Let your left elbow come to the floor so you can support yourself here. Keeping your hips square, and you should feel a deep stretch. It might take your breath away a little bit. You'll feel it through the side of your hip, that piriformis muscle. You might feel it in a different part of the hamstring, maybe more in your calf. Deep breaths in and out. One more deep breath in and out here. Wonderful. Slowly as you inhale, let the leg come center. Let the right hand hold onto your strap. Make sure it goes all the way to the bottom so that your shoulders stay relaxed. Let the leg come a little bit out to the side, and I'd like you to circle your leg about the size of a beach ball. Just circling it. Start any direction. Try to keep the circle even. And then reversing it, going the opposite direction. Maybe you started clockwise, now you go counterclockwise and vice versa. Nice and slow and mindful. Beautiful. Slowly in your next inhale, let that leg come back center. Walk your hands a little bit higher up on your strap. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, pull the leg as far towards you as you can without bending your knee. Always on your exhale. Stay here 2 breaths. The leg will start to shake pretty intensely, and that's okay. 1 more breath. And slowly, as you exhale, soften your knee. Release the strap from your right foot. and slide the right leg out in front. And just notice the difference between the two sides of your body. Notice how open that side feels. So let's bring the left knee into our chest now. Interlace the fingers over the shin, really hugging that knee in. Begin to circle the foot outward on the left. And then reversing that. And slowly let the ankle relax on the foot. Starting to move the left knee across the center line. And then letting it fall out to the side towards your armpit. And just create little movements like this as we open up the hip joint, increasing the synovial fluid. Next time as the knee falls open, begin to create circles. Let it come away from the body, bring it across the belly, and then pull it as high up towards your chest and open again to the side. And then see if you can reverse it. Next time, the knee comes back into the chest. Keep it there. We'll come into that straight leg. So let that left leg straighten. If you need the help of the strap, go ahead and grab your strap. Place it over the middle of your foot. Make sure you grab low so that the back of your shoulder blades remain relaxed on the ground. Now again, if you find that that leg is over here, put that bolster underneath your sacrum. Elevate your hips so the leg can come a little closer and go deeper into the back of that leg. Allowing that joy to flow. Breathing deeply in through the nose and out through your nose. Three more deep breaths in and out here. Now let that left hand come to the side, palm facing down below your shoulder. As you exhale, let that left leg come across to the right side. Let your right elbow rest on the floor for support. Make sure your hips remain square. The more you drop that left hip down, the more you feel that stretch on the side of your hip here into the side of the leg called the piriformis and the IT band. 3 deep breaths here. Try to keep the foot neutral. Beautiful. One more deep breath in and out. And then slowly start to bring the leg back center. And we'll start to create little circles here with the leg, the size of a beach ball. Start any direction. And then reversing it, going the opposite direction. And then the next time the leg comes back center, see if you can walk your hands a little bit higher up on your strap. Take a really deep breath in as you exhale. Pull the leg as far towards you as you can. We'll stay here. 3 breaths. The leg will start to shake. Breathing deeply. And on your next exhale, slowly softening your knee. Release the strap. Place the strap to the side of your mat. And straighten the left leg out and just notice the left side now. If you're on top of your bolster, you can push it towards your heels so that your thighs are supported. Now let your palms face open and we'll bring the soles of our feet together and let your knees fall open as we come into bound angle pose. And with each breath out, let the whole back of the body melt into the earth, shoulders relaxing away from the ears. thighs to draw together. Let out a sigh through your mouth as the knees stay together. We'll come into fire log, which is an intense hip stretch. If you can reach for a brick, grab a brick, just in case you need it, have it by your side. Dropping your left leg onto your bolster, let it fall open as if you're going into bound angle pose, and then place your right ankle on top of your left thigh, and then let that left knee fall open. And some of you, your knee might be completely pointing towards you, and that's okay. If you need some support, this is where that brick can come in handy, and let it come in between the bottom heel and the top leg for support. So let that top knee fall open as much as you can. Hands can rest on the belly. More deep breaths in and out here. And slowly, on your next breath in, if your hands on your belly, let them release on the floor. Keeping your right ankle on top of your left thigh, but let the left knee float up. And then sliding that right leg over top of that left eagle pose legs here. Placing the left foot on top of your bolster. Now press the foot into the bolster as you lift your hips and slide your hips to the right as you let both knees fall to the left in eagle pose. If you need a little bit more support, you can use the brick. and placing it underneath that leg here. Arms can open, palms facing up. If you like to go into a deeper spiral, let the head turn away from the legs. Again, you'll feel that side of the hip as well as in your low back, keeping your shoulders square on the earth. Now slowly in your inhale, let the head come center. Uncross the top right leg. And then gently lift the right knee and then the left knee, squaring your hips, letting out a big sigh here. Coming into fire log, also known as double pigeon, Dvipada. Let the right leg fall open this time. Let the left heel and ankle come on top of your right thigh. And then let that left knee fall open. You can use a brick if you like, if you feel you need a little bit of support there to allow yourself to relax a little bit more. Arms are open. The focus is mostly on that bottom leg. Let the weight of the heel that's on the top of your thigh press that bottom leg more towards the earth, feeling that stretch in that right hip and psoas muscle. 3 more deep breaths in and out here. And each time you breathe out, feel that bottom right leg getting heavier and heavier. Feeling that hip open. And very slowly in your next breath in, allow the bottom right knee to float up, sliding that left leg over the right leg, eagle pose legs. Placing that right foot right on top of your bolster. Now push the foot into the bolster, lift your hip, bring it to the left side of your mat. As you exhale, let both knees fall to the right. If you need extra support, use the brick. Make sure shoulders are evenly on the floor and then gazing away from your legs. Nice deep spiral. Not only do we get the benefit of the twist, but we get that piriformis opener, the side of the hip into the low back. Three more breaths here. And slowly in your next inhale, allow the head to come center. Slowly uncross the top left leg. Gently float the left knee up and then the right knee. Squaring your hips, letting out a sigh here. And let your feet come just over the bolster. with your hands, reach for it and see if you can place it underneath your sacrum here. Make sure your low back is protected. And then straightening both legs out. If this is too much of a back bend, keep one knee bend and you can alternate. But otherwise, straighten both legs out. Now let the arms reach overhead and just allowing for a beautiful expansion here. You can have your arms into a V so that the arms can relax back on the ground, palms facing open. And just let your whole belly area and your rib cage expand. Increasing our joy as our arms are overhead. This is known to stimulate the production of all the happy hormones in your body. And as you breathe in, feel the prana flowing in from your toes into your feet, up the calves, into the legs, filling the bowl of the pelvis, the low belly, to the lower rib cage, filling your chest. As you exhale, feel the downward flow. And if you're doing one leg at a time, now is a good time to switch. Three more deep breaths in and out. On your third exhale, let the arms slowly sweep down. Bending one knee at a time, feeling the feet back on the earth. Let out a sigh here. And bring one knee at a time towards your chest. And like it, extend the legs towards the sky. For a gentle inversion, knees can be soft, feet are completely relaxed. And slowly let your arms float up. And now I want you to imagine that your arms and your legs are like seaweed. And just imagine they're just flowing fluidly. Just imagine that the arms and the legs are like seaweed moving fluidly in the rhythm of the water. And just start to allow the legs and the arms to move any way that feels good to you. This is known as sahaja. Sahaja means spontaneous movement, spontaneously arising. So try not to think about the movements, but just really start to imagine that you're moving through water. Let the knees come into your chest. And then let the legs fall out to the side. Knees can be bent. Feeling that deep inner groin stretch. Again, opening up the meridians of the kidney, increasing the flow of joy in the body, in our life. Just let the legs get heavy, knees can be soft, as long as you're feeling this stretch. 3 more deep breaths in and out. And then slowly start to soften your knees. Let the hands come to the outside of the legs to support the weight of the legs. Slowly bring them in. And let one foot at a time come to the earth. Let out a sigh. Lifting the hips away from the bolster. Push the bolster to the heels. And then straighten the legs out as we make our way into our final resting pose of Shavasana. Get as comfortable. If you get cold, put something warm over top of you. But feel yourself melting deeper into your awareness. Now slowly on your next inhale, allow some movement to return the fingers and the toes. And then stretch your whole body out by expanding through the legs. Let the arms reach overhead. And as you exhale, draw one knee at a time into your chest. Give yourself a well-deserved hug, gently rocking your body from side to side. And then allow yourself to fall to one side into a fetal position. And stay there for a moment. And then slowly allow yourself to rise into a seated posture. Maybe be seated exactly the same way that we began our practice in this morning. Allow the spine to be nice and tall. Allow the eyes to roll in and upward, bringing your hands together at the heart in prayer. Notice the shift. Notice the gentle shifts within and without. And as our hands are together at the heart, invite you to allow an intention to arise for this new week. Maybe send out a prayer to parts of the world that needs our support in any way, such as India, Pakistan, Brazil, sending prayers of healing. We will complete today's practice with the sacred sound of Om. We'll take a deep breath in, let the arms expand away from the heart. As we exhale, when the hands come back in together, we'll chant Om together. Let's begin. Deep breath in. Shanti, 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 peace, peace, peace. The light in me bows and honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for having joined me this morning on this beautiful Sunday.